Day 531. Day ratings is 7. Let's see, what did we do? We got up today at 5 with alarm. Actually got up at 4:30. Heard some lightning going on, so I was thinking hopefully it'll pass. And then check the watch and like, okay, still got a half hour, go back to bed. Lay down, go to sleep at 5, and it's still thundering outside. So I text my friend, said, hey, let's plan for another day. It sounds like it's not the best time to run. I said, okay, totally agree. Moved on with the day, went back to bed for another hour and a half. Got up with the pup, had a little walk. She got a little distracted today, wasn't too happy with her. She saw another dog in the complex and was not happy with it, and so had to cut the walk after that. I mean, we were almost at 30 minutes anyways, but I don't want her staying out there frustrated and grumpy. So brought her in, played with her a bit, started getting ready, did some pull-ups, push-ups, and a couple curls, then went to work. And the manager got us smoothies, which was great. And then she said, oh, well, I'm going to be gone next week, so I'm just trying to butter you guys up for next week, so I'm going to be gone the whole time. I said, oh, so it's not just out of the kindness of your heart. So we kind of had a little joke out of it. Excuse me. But then they also got us cookies. It was National, was it Chocolate Chip Cookie Day or just Cookie Day? One of the two. I'm not complaining. We got a free cookie from, I don't know if it was Paradise Bakery or where, but it was a good sized cookie, so it was nice. So we thanked them for that. And then she got back to work. Work was fine. Talked to my buddy a bit about a couple of the movies coming out. If he was interested in anything, he didn't really say much about them. It's like nothing right now. And then we were talking about, I think, Top Gun and Tom Cruise's other movies that he could have potential making sequels to. And then just back to work. After work, came back, played with the pup for about half an hour. Tried to take her for a walk, and she didn't really want to have it, so we had another 10-15 minutes before going. Went out for a walk. Oh, and that was the other thing this morning. It was kind of raining, so she wasn't liking that. So she went and peed a couple times, pooped once, and was like, all right, I'm in. So the last evening was the time when she got frustrated and grumpy. And then this walk, I took her out and started getting grumpy again. Like, no, we're not doing that. Not doing that. Come on, you're going in. So brought her in, and then I was getting ready for the running group today. I figured the last 2 runs had went well, and I could go to this group, just not do a tempo. So we did the 3-mile loop, nice and easy, around my buddy Jason the whole time. We were talking the whole time, talking about some small injuries and getting back into the swing of things. And then also talked about the World Track and Field Championships, which I enjoyed. And he got to see some of them too, so it was nice to be able to talk to someone about those a little bit more. And then we're sitting down, and we've been a new runner there from New Jersey, Nico. How's it going, Nico? Welcome to the group. Welcome to Arizona. And it sounds like he's going to join the Rugged Maniac group. So I think we got 6 officially now. And then he was asking about some places to visit in Arizona, any recommendations. He said his mom's coming into town. So we threw a few ideas his way. It's like, yeah, I've done some research, so those all sound good. I think we gave him 1 or 2 other options about going to Flagstaff and doing an extreme adventure course where you're kind of harnessed in, but you have to walk across planks or jump across boards to get to the other side. And they're anywhere from like 20 to 30 feet, and they progressively get more difficult and higher up as you go on. So told him about that, and the Grand Canyon, of course, he knew about. And then Tombstone, Lake Havasu, Page. He's asking about Prescott. We talked a little about that. And then we said, all right, it's getting late. Let's call it a night. I'm hungry. I think everyone was headed out at the same time, so that was nice. And then came back, had some more tacos, which was good. And I was kind of playing with the taco idea. Normally I like to put tortillas the base, and then put the either steak or not, well, steak too, but it's usually chicken or the shredded beef, and then cheese with a little bit of the salsa, and then lettuce, tomato, and then a little bit more salsa on top, and then sometimes I sprinkle in some cilantro. So fairly simple, but I tried that today, and the cheese was still kind of cold and not frozen, but just from the fridge. I was expecting it to melt because I just pulled the chicken out of the microwave, and I just don't like that feeling of cold cheese. So I sprinkled a little bit on the tortilla while I was cooking, and then kind of reversed that order, and so I did tortilla, cheese, and the chicken, salsa, lettuce, tomato, whatever, and it came out kind of good. I liked them a lot. And then I thought of this weird idea, like, what if I had a restaurant and you can have a manager's choice special, and that you get 3 tacos, you don't know what's going to be on them, so it's not recommended for anyone with food allergies, but all 3 tacos are going to be different. And I would, playing with the idea that what if you could guarantee that they're never going to get the same tacos ever? If you think, I guess if you had options, right? So say you did chicken, steak, shredded beef, ground beef, fish, shrimp. You could do like mahi, fried fish. So say you had 10 kind of protein options, and you could throw in beans too. Inside of those 10 options, you could either get just like salsa, but maybe like 3 kinds of salsa with pico, I was just thinking, like, how many combinations could you actually do? And you could really get creative with those, and I think that'd be kind of fun and would catch on. A lot of people would like, you know what, I'm used to having like tacos, I always get chicken, I always get steak, let's try these 3 manager specials. And then because you never get the same ones, you could constantly have a variety. Like, wow, I didn't think that I would like guacamole on one, or I didn't think that shrimp goes good with salsa, or having 3 kinds of cheese on here would be great, or having one without meat or protein would be good, or maybe one with 2 kinds of meat. Maybe you do chicken, steak, and maybe toss in bacon, kind of a thing. I don't know, I was just playing around in my head. I think partially because I was hungry, another part just trying to be creative with it. But it just had me thinking, like, that'd be kind of fun to have on a menu, and it would be fun to see people try, and maybe even the cook that made it can come out for a couple minutes and say, hey, this one's this, this one's this, and this one's this. Because it would be like a fun explanation, get that interaction with the community and the cook, and so you can kind of get the idea behind it. And it's like, oh, I'm playing around with cheeses right now, so this one has 5 kinds of cheese. One's melted, one's served cold, one's more of a sauce or a cream, and another one's a little bit chunky, and a little bit one's kind of shredded, right? So you could just totally play around with that and just say, as long as the meat's cooked, as long as everything's prepared, if it's supposed to be cold, then it's cold. If it's supposed to be cooked, then it's cooked, but don't play around with anything else. I don't know. See, I'm still thinking about it, so I don't know. It's just kind of funny. I don't know what that little popping is either. But the run went well. We got on 3 miles. I feel like I'm getting back into it. I don't want to jinx myself, but no pain in the run. The legs actually felt better today on day 3 than they have the last couple runs. So I'm hoping to continue this going. We got 8 weeks until the next race, which is a 10K, and I definitely get the point. Using where I'm getting in 2 days, or maybe 1 run and 1 time on the bike to get my legs to spin. And I just heard about this isometric one-legged lunge, isometric lunge. So you're gonna go down. I don't know if we're gonna do this. We'll switch. So you kind of go down, and you just kind of hold here. I don't know for how long, maybe 5-10 seconds. You can kind of feel it sting, and you go back here. But it's supposed to fire like all those muscles. So like, okay, I want to get faster, so this is something I can easily do at home. It's something that you could do at home, but I'm gonna try to include those at least 3 times a week, just a couple sets even, just and see how it feels, and start adding more plyometrics in, and just keep building. I feel great. I'm happy with where I'm going, that I have races ahead and goals for them. So we're just gonna ride it out and enjoy the ride, and we'll see where it takes us. So we'll see what happens. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.